everyone, this is a psychic sleuth, and I was actually gonna get this out earlier, but I was at my mom's for Mother's Day. I wanted to say Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers, grandmothers, foster moms, pet moms, anyone that's a mom in any way out there. And this is actually a really sad video that I'm doing on today of all days. So I wanted to give you what I have on Maleah Davis so far. I hope I'm saying her name right, but anyways. Um, this was a hard one for me. I normally don't get very emotional, but I did get very emotional. It was also very confusing. I first did the first reading on the 7th of May, and it was very kind of confusing. And that's why I kind of put one thing out, but after what I got, it's just super confusing now. I don't know what she's trying to say, where she's at. I wanted to get stuff out before anything else came out so that you guys didn't think that I copied or anything like that, but I did one again last night. So these are 2 readings that I've done, and remember, I can get past, present, and future. Other spirits can jump in. I do think I had Maleah for most of it, though. Actually, all of it. There might be some stuff in here that may not make sense. I just couldn't seem to, before I ever did the reading, I kept seeing her, like, face down in water, and I think it might be symbolic, but I don't know. Um, because I feel like more horrible things happened to her that she from the reading I got last night, so it kind of didn't make sense. But I'm just gonna read you what I got, and I know some of it's gonna hit. I just, the, you know, maybe it's because she's so newly passed. I don't know, but so before I connected, I was like, Charlene, hurry up, let's do this reading, because I was seeing stuff already. I was getting flashes, but before I connected, I was playing at the beach, hands in the waves, jumping, laughing, just a beautiful time, really enjoying it. Building sandcastles, beach, kept seeing, and then like I said, like what I kept seeing earlier, then I kept seeing her alone with him, her stepdad, and I do think he was abusing her sexually and also physically. I think it went on for a while. I also think he got mad at her over something. Um, I didn't really want to see what I was seeing. I saw him shaking her and his hands on her throat and a whole bunch of other stuff I'm not going to go into here. It was the second reading, it was a little more clear on that. And then I usually, like I said, I'm okay, but for some reason I wanted to cry. I kept seeing her in her bedroom and there was pink, and I was referenced the case where a stepdad had molested and killed his daughter. And I was referenced that case because sometimes I'll get referenced cases that are similar, and it'll be like, similar like that. So the number 12 came in. I heard canal. I was shown a lake and a big body of water. Um, and then she was talking about a teddy bear or some type of stuffed animal. And then it kept getting referenced to like a toddler bed with rails in it, and it was white. And then she kept showing me the beach as one of her favorite times, and she has the cutest laugh. Um, let's see, an area not too far from his house that he knew. I saw like lots of trees. I saw like purple lupin flowers. Remember, things can be symbolic. I don't know. The number 51, blue and gold, came in. The name Alistair or something like that. Remy. I know her last name is Davis, but I also heard it. I got 15 miles, 15 minutes. I heard island. I heard a C sound like a cat. Like it sounded like it was like almost like a cat. A k with a t sound. Um, let's see. Something about him being crunched for time and disposing of her. The letter A. Hearing word baby girl. Hearing mom knows. Seeing tears. Hearing words crushing. Hearing not best mom. Seeing mac and cheese. I don't know why I think she liked it a lot. Oh, I forgot to mention, everyone is innocent till proven guilty. These are just my psychic impressions. I sometimes forget to mention that, but that's how it goes. So, back to the reading. A reference to a B sound that I couldn't make out. hearing excuses. Um, I did an auto write, and I was thinking that George went from the auto write to here, the auto write 1, or no, sorry, auto write 2 that I got, which I'll post another video on that. There was a mention of Disney princesses. There was a mention of a hall that's kind of like Carnegie Hall, but not necessarily that, but you know, a reference to a place like that. Airplanes, runways, and lights. She showed balloons, showed me footprints in the sand, barefoot. I got a blow to my head for some reason on the left side, and then talking about Pocahontas, and there was a sea name that I couldn't make out. Pumpkins, which sometimes can be October or reference to October or Halloween or something like that. Historical, master plan, plastic barrettes in her hair on the braids, horseshoe, brandy, 59, and water park. And you know, they can mention areas nearby or roads taken to get there or things in the vicinity or things around the area, just in case you guys don't realize how this works. And then so I did one yesterday in the evening, like around 8 o'clock my time, I think. So she was clenching a stuffed animal close to her chest, and it looked like a white teddy bear. Um, Also something about a blanket, and she was talking about Disney's princesses again. She has a very cute laugh. Like the giggle where you just want to laugh along. I see her watching cartoons and jumping up and down, singing along with some type of show. She says daddy's bad. I don't know if she called him that, but it's her stepdad that she's referring to. But she's shaking her finger at him and saying he's a bad man. And again, abuse comes in, both sexual and physical. And she did mention something. She did something to her, and or he did something to her, and it went too far. Again with the bedroom, she showed me stuffed animals, colored pink and white. Crib, light colored, toddler bed, like white. Feel possible that's where it happened, and that's why I kept seeing it. I feel it was brutal to do to this little girl, very evil. Makes me want to throw up, actually. I did feel the abuse had gone on for a while. I get the words pedo with him. Pain in my chest and my throat sort of closing up, and talking about bruises. Another blow to my head. Hands are on my throat. I'm going to get away from that because it was too much for me to see happen to a little girl. I don't know if there's stairs in his house on the outside or around in an area, but I kept seeing those. I do feel like he dropped her off prior to the fake breakdown. Again, I kept seeing her face in water, and I don't know, it might be symbolic. It might be symbolic. I don't know. That's one thing that I'm very confused about. And sometimes with kids, it's a little harder to understand what they're trying to show you, especially if it's new. So, I said, let's see, what I think was done in a hasty manner, but I actually think that he put her in a trash bag, and there was something about putting other stuff in there with her, possibly rocks or something like that. So, going back to what I saw recently, I mean, I had seen that before, like a couple weeks ago, about the trash bags and other things like rocks in it, and I don't really know if that's symbolic either. But I did see that a couple weeks ago, and now I'm thinking it was for this. So, um, being told, shown a boat ramp, told T. Thompson, Gorge or George, Highway 6. My head was hurting on my right side. I felt she was still in her PJs or something like that, but I don't know. I was getting a reference to her PJs. Number 12, number 63, and number 99. Hearing the song Deep in the Heart of Texas, the land I love, you know, deep in the heart of Texas. That was going on in my head, but I did hear that Houston is the heart of Texas, which I wasn't aware that was the area when I did this. I was getting like seagulls and seaweeds, water, pelicans, a brown bridge. She was talking about a missing tooth. I felt like it's in the house under a bed or under something that came out during all of this. That was one thing that was very, I don't know, maybe the cops found it, maybe they haven't found it, but I did feel like there was one somewhere. And she showed me a rainbow with different color hearts. The word Sugarland. She shows me pearls and clams, talking about purse strings. Showed me a type of berries. or something like Rochester or something like that. 15 minutes or 15 miles. I felt like for some reason early morning hours, and the color purple, the letter R, number 25, the name Helen, balloons again that came through twice, can be symbolic, but also for a birthday or celebration of some kind. Reference to the end of May for some reason. Hearing Liar Liar Pants on Fire, believe it was posted or pointed at the stepdad. I hear her say so many lies. She has the cutest little voice. She shows me clouds in the sky with the sky is like purplish pink. Or Jackson. I see buildings and stuff not far off in the distance, and some type of oil place, oil plant or something. Um, and then something about an energy plant and the word canyon. Shows me cowboy stuff and bulls like hats, spurs, belt buckles, and bulls, bighorns. Name Luis, so it can be a street name or something like that. Word like Hector. Shows me a beach ball with colors like red, blue, and yellow. Hearing words lullaby. Here and his alibi is weak. I hear there maybe rocks around where he was because I feel like the dad fell and that's where the scrape came from. Because I saw him like falling on his face, and she said he deserved it. And then I saw like soft sand with shells like in it, like broken shells, so rough and sandy. Beautiful pink shell, one of those rounded fan ones. The word seaport and brook could be possible roads or things around her, things on the way, um, things close by. Uh, some of this stuff, man, it makes sense for her case. Like I said, sometimes I do have other cases pop in prior for the next case I'm supposed to work on. So it's one of those things. She was very hard to kind of understand, just like talking to a child, even though, her soul is older. Sometimes spirits do have a harder time explaining of where they are. And I've watched, like Cincy Murder and stuff, and those psychics say that sometimes it's just harder for others, and it's harder for them to explain where they are, especially as a child. And so, I think she's doing the best that she can. And a lot of this stuff may be symbolic. The water was very big to me, and I don't know why. I don't know if it means it's symbolic. I'm not really sure. I just know I kept seeing that over and over, and I'm not really sure why, honestly. Um, so I wanted to get this out because I know stuff is coming out, and I didn't want it to kind of mess with the information that I got. And I do want to remind you guys that when I do readings and when I do auto writes, it does feel like I'm reading it for the first time because I don't remember when I'm getting it. And I might do the readings a day or two or three or a week or 2 weeks before I ever put the video out. So I don't remember. Who remembers what the hell they did? Plus, you know, auto writes and readings, I mean, I'm not doing it. It's not me, so I'm not going to remember it. So, it is very much like that. Anyways, I don't know how much help this is going to be. I know the one thing was very clear that he was sexually abusing her, physically abusing her, and teddy bears were really big as far as she showed it both times and was clinching it. Today is the 12th, so 12th was told to me the very first reading, and also again today. I think there might be some big news that's breaking today. Last night I felt like there was an urge to get this done. I just didn't get around to it yet. But that might be why she mentioned 12. She mentioned it in both readings, and today's the 12th. So, like I said, the first reading I did on the 7th with my group, my couple people that I do readings with. So, that being said, thank you for liking, subscribing, and being here. Sorry this is sort of rushed, and I wish I would have got it done earlier. But happy Mother's Day to everybody, and I'll see you next time.